It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Santa Cruz Boardwalk. Starting off at number 10, we are going to take a flight on Skyglider, and with it being the park's cable car ride, we think it is perfect for a first ride on the list. Spanning across the whole boardwalk, this attraction is not only handy to get from one place to another while seeing some great views of not only the park but the surrounding area. However, also for us over here on Theme Park Coasting, we love to head up into the sky at the start of the day and decide what rides to do, as well as taking an occasional picture or two. No matter why you are heading into the sky though on Skyglider, it is definitely a must-do ride for the whole group. Get the sick bags ready, as for our number 9 position we have Cyclone. Now, as you can probably see by this ride, it is not for the faint-hearted, and literally the whole point of this ride is to spin and tilt you until you feel like you are in a washing machine. With the centrifugal force equal to 3 times the force of gravity, if you do not know what this feels like, we would definitely recommend giving Cyclone a go. And if you haven't experienced this before, you will know to make sure the restrooms are open before riding. If Cyclone seems a little bit too dizzy for you, then 100% wouldn't blame you. But at our number 8 spot, WipeOut provides the same dizzy sensation without the intensity of the ride itself. This is your typical hush break dancer, which is located pretty much at every amusement park around the world. So normally we would suggest not riding it, and even though we would still rather do the more unique attractions at the park, there are some really cool features like it being indoor with all of the crazy lighting that just makes it a must-do attraction at the park. Have you ever dreamed of going paragliding through the California Bay? Well, if so, our number 7 spot is the next best thing, as even though you do not have the landscapes of the mountains behind you, it is still a great experience at a fraction of the cost, as you get to feel like you are flying on cliffhanger. On this ride, you will board on your front, and then the ride machine will start to rise and tilt, causing you to glide through the air at a steady speed. At all the theme parks that we have been to over on the channel, I have never seen this type of ride, and I am honestly surprised, as it is such a fun experience. For our number 6, get your laser gun ready, as we're heading on to Ghost Blasters, an interactive laser game like no other. From first sight, many expect this to be very similar to the retro haunted houses, just with a laser feature added to make it a little bit more interactive. However, after riding, you will definitely realise it is nothing like that. By no means has it got Disney level theming, but it has got some really spooktacular cardboard cutouts and even a few modern animatronics that glow up in the dark. With the addition of the laser aspect too, we really think that this ride is great for kids and adults alike. The question is though, who are you gonna call? Ghost Blasters. Just joking. Top 5, or should I say, As for this spot, we have one of, if not the most intense flat ride at the park. This is Typhoon, and if you have ever wondered what it feels like to go upside down on a childhood swing, here you go. Once boarded, you will start to swing up and down, and this will keep on going until you are literally hanging upside down on the only ride at the park which actually goes upside down. This lasts for 1 minute and 30 seconds of the duration of the ride, and a quick tip is to get in the middle of the gondola, as if you are in a group of more than 2 you can face each other, which is quite fun unless you are screaming the whole way throughout. If you are scared of heights, skip to number 3, as at number 4 we have Double Shot. Now, as you can probably guess by the name, it is a shot tower, and with it standing at a total of 125 feet, you will probably have to be pretty brave to shoot off into the sky. If you could build up the courage though, you'll be in for a treat, as from the second that your restraints have been locked, you'll be shot up to the top, providing some pretty amazing views, especially of the beach, before bouncing back down to the bottom, making anyone want to ride again and again. Here we enter the top 3 rides at the park, and for this position we have the top flat ride at the park, Fireball. It was a tough choice to choose between this one and Double Shot, as even though this gyro swing is fun, compared to the others it does not go as high, and with it facing inwards you both don't get the same level of thrills nor the good views of the park. However, the reason why we did put it at number 3 is that on this ride you can get some powerful G-forces at extreme angles, as well as it looking pretty awesome at night with all of its lights shining up the boardwalk. It is time for our first roller coaster on the list, as at number 2 we have Undertow, and since its debut back in 2013 this has been a fan favourite, but for a good reason. This is a spinning coaster, which means that as you head around all of the sharp turns, 50 feet drops and airtime hills, your car is also spinning, but not as much as Cyclone, do not worry. Also, with it being the only spinning coaster in Northern California, if you have never done one of these before, do it, as you will definitely not regret it. And if you have done one before, Undertow is one of the best, and with lots more elements than your normal spinning coaster, we would definitely recommend jumping aboard and getting ready to spin like never before. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and for the best ride at Santa Cruz Boardwalk we still have the classic Giant Dipper. Now this ride is old. So old in fact that it opened before Disneyland opened in the year of 1924, which means, as you can probably guess, it is rough and hasn't got all of the new state-of-the-art elements that normal modern coasters have. This does not mean this ride is bad though. In a matter of fact, it actually means that it has more charm towards it. On top of this, with it dropping 65 feet and heading round some of classic bank turns, as well as surprisingly a lot of airtime hills, this is still one of the top wooden coasters in America, attracting over 60 million riders by the year 2012. So if this doesn't make you want to ride Giant Dipper, I don't know what will. However, over here on Theme Park Coasting, a trip to the boardwalk is not complete without a ride on Giant Dipper. That is it from our top 10 video today. Obviously you all have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you will love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon page as well as a subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.